Nation, I'm Sarah. I'm excited to be one of MzeroA Online Ground School's aviation educators. My hope is to inspire young pilots to pursue their passion for aviation, as the industry has endless opportunities. I'm originally from Sweden. I knew I wanted to follow the footsteps of several family members who have had successful teaching careers. During my own education, I started to fall in love with the STEM subjects. In fact, I went to an educator's program at NASA Space Camp in Alabama, and that sparked my love for aviation and aeronautics. Since then, I've held multiple positions at a flight academy, helping future pilots achieve their goals. And during that process, I started my own flight training journey, and I got my private pilot certificate. Education has always been a passion in my life, and I'm honored to have this opportunity. So grab your study materials, and I will see you in MzeroA's online ground school. And remember, a good pilot is always learning.
MzeroA Online Ground School, one thing you know is our shared goal has always been to help students just become confident, proficient pilots. And I know the new educators like Bashoy, well, Bashoy is going to certainly work to uphold this commitment every step of the way. So really want to introduce Bashoy. You guys are going to start seeing him on camera as well coming up in some future videos, future member-only webinars as well, and inside some of the courses. So Bashoy, let the MzeroA Nation kind of get to know you a little bit. Tell us about your background. You have a really interesting kind of upbringing into aviation.
Yeah, so basically I was born and raised in Egypt. I grew up in Egypt. And when I was a kid, I never knew what do I want to do. And as I go through high school, I had a great teacher, and he inspired me to be a teacher. I wanted to be like him, except that I didn't want to teach math. It was just math.
I agree with you.
And back then I used to watch those air crash investigation, and just very interesting. So I was like, this is very interesting business. And so I really wanted to teach aviation. Started doing my flight training. I did my flight training in Europe, and then I moved up to the States. I've started with instructing. I transitioned to becoming a check airman. Now I have the great opportunity beyond being blessed as a director of flight training and assistant chief pilot. As of right now, I'm still learning in aviation. There's a lot of things you can learn, a lot of things you can grow, and that's the most important thing. There's no way you know it all. And so as you grow up in your process and as you grow in your professional career, you will learn a lot of things. So that's more about me.
So good, and you will succeed if you keep that attitude of that good pilot is always learning. It's not just some catchy slogan we use in every video, it's truly something to live by. So Bashoy is going to be a great part of this team, just encouraging you all to keep learning, keep growing, to pursue what it really means to be that safer, smarter pilot. So will you join me in the comments in welcoming Bashoy to the MzeroA team? MzeroA Online Ground School, it has been such an honor to serve you as an aviation educator, and I'm so just impressed, I'm so proud of the community we've really built all together, one that's geared and just passionate about making those safer, smarter pilots. And one of those people that's been behind the scenes on making all that happen is actually Kat. And you're going to start seeing some amazing new faces on camera here at MzeroA. And Kat is one of those individuals. I just want to take a moment to introduce you to Kat, to hear her story, and really just, you have such a dedication to students succeeding, that zero to hero journey. Yep. Run me through your own journey though here real quick, so everyone gets to know you.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Kat. I've been in the flight training industry now for almost a decade, and the true reward with that is really seeing those students come in with a dream of becoming a pilot, and a couple months, years down the road, they're off to the airlines. So that's the true passion that I have for the education side. And I'm so excited to be a part of the MzeroA family now as an aviation educator and continue that legacy.
Well, and that's the best part. Like you have such a commitment to student success. And that's what this really comes down to in everything, and that shines through in everything you do. And in the upcoming videos, you're gonna start seeing Kat in as well. So MzeroA Nation, MzeroA family, will you help me in welcoming Kat to the MzeroA team and start encouraging her in some of those comments, as well as you see her popping up in some future videos.
Hi MzeroA Nation, I'm Matthew and the newest aviation educator for MzeroA. I'm really excited to be part of this team and continue teaching the future generation of pilots. After going to many air shows growing up, it inspired me to take my first discovery flight at 15. I began researching flight schools after that and discovered that Florida was the best place to do my flight training. I completed all my flight training from private through instructor ratings while being an admissions officer. This allowed me to help other aspiring pilots achieve their flight training goals. Since being an instructor, I've worked at a regional airline, transitioned to a major airline, and now working on upgrading to captain. I'm very excited to get back to my roots of teaching and helping students achieve their pilot dreams. I look forward to seeing you in the MzeroA online ground school. And remember, a good pilot is always learning.
MzeroA Nation, Jason here, joined by Martin. And before I introduce Martin, I just want to share, it has been such an honor these past 16 years to serve as really your aviation educator. I'm so proud of the community this amazing MzeroA team has built together. You're so passionate about just building these safer, smarter pilots. And one thing you don't realize is MzeroA is so much more than just Jason. There's so many amazing people behind camera that make all that work, and it's time to get some new faces out there as well. Martin is one of those smiling new faces as well. I really wanted to introduce Martin to the MzeroA Nation so they can get to know you, hear your story, because MzeroA, as you know, we teach through stories. It's so important to bring new perspectives, right? You're pursuing a different career in aviation than say I did. All these things. Share with the MzeroA Nation just really what's on your heart right now for aviation education, aviation safety, and just briefly about your background, my friend.
Sure. Well, as Jason said, my name is Martin. I'm originally from Argentina. And my aviation journey started as a flight attendant, not as a pilot.
Wow.
Yeah, I started working as a flight attendant for a big Middle Eastern airline. So I got the chance to travel pretty much around the world. More than 80 countries, hundreds of cities, so I'm very blessed. That fueled my passion for aviation. So I started taking flying lessons. And eventually I ended up here in the US. I finished all my training here in Florida and I started working as a flight instructor.
I love that, I love that. And Martin just brings such expertise as well, such confidence in our new MzeroA aviation educators, just bringing these fresh ideas, these strong skills to really ensure the high standards of MzeroA continue. So Martin, welcome to the team.
Thank you so much.
Glad to have you and thankful to have you here.
Thank you so much,
friend.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Yes, likewise, man. MzeroA Online Ground School, Jason here, and I want to introduce you to somebody who really has the MzeroA vision just for growth and innovation. Someone who's really ready to keep pushing this program and what we're doing here at MzeroA truly forward. Just, you know how we love to embrace new technology, innovative methods, really to enhance our students' learning. You see so much of Jason, but you don't realize there's an amazing team behind the scenes that works to make all of this happen. So I want to welcome Jamie to the MzeroA team and also to be one of those great innovators on camera. Jamie, you bring such a unique experience to this. Right? You've taken a different career in aviation, something that many of our viewers aspire to be in your shoes one day, but you weren't always where you are today. Give us the story here as well and catch everybody up on who is Jamie.
Absolutely. Well, if anyone knows me, I've been one to eat, sleep, breathe airplanes, aviation. I'm one of those biggest dorks out there whenever it comes to aviation. So getting into it, I grew up in an airline family actually. So
Wow.
I've wanted to do this my whole entire life, probably since I was 3 feet tall. So always wanted to do it, always had that goal and aspiration. I was finally able to do it shortly after high school. I went to a 0 to hero type program where I got all of my ratings. After that, I went and flight instructed, building my time for the airlines.
Yes.
As I did that, after I got to the flight school, I was a stage check instructor, so I was able to be one of those evaluators, step into a leadership role, which ultimately, if you're working towards airlines like me, that's what they're looking for in the flight deck. You want to have that leadership, so it's great to build that from an early start. Whenever I finished all my hours, requirements for the airlines. I went to the airlines. I've been with 4 separate airlines so far, so a little bit of a diverse background. I'm at my dream airline now, so I'm just loving every single time, but I've missed that general aviation aspect. I've wanted to get back into that so much, and I am so thankful to be here because it's all I've ever wanted to do. So
that is awesome, my friend. We're so thankful to have you on here as well, and I'm just excited to watch as the new MzeroA Aviation Educator team really just works to continue making a lasting impact. I just want to wish you the best of luck on your journey as people get to know you and you get to play a small part in their big success. So welcome to the team.
Jason, thanks so much.
Thank you, man.